Hey everybody, so I'm going to do a quick recap of what we talked about during our Zoom meeting today. Essentially, I'm going to go over your last assignment for the class, which is peer review. I'm going to talk about the final exam and kind of the process, and then I'll quickly talk about finals week. So let me turn to Canvas. Okay, so just before I get into that, uh, make sure you do your peer review. Okay, so post your draft. Should be about 3 pages by midnight tonight or Saturday. Just try not to wait longer than that so that people have enough time to really give you feedback because that's the whole point. And then obviously respond to your peers' paper by Monday at midnight, so before Tuesday. So that'll be your last, kind of assignment that you have to do aside from your essays. So also, I posted the final exam prompt. So here we go. Of course, it's not an exam, it's a revision. As always, the same process. It's just a little different because we're turning it in electronically. So you can revise essay 1 to the midterm slides or essay 3. And also, as a side note, I will be getting essay 3 back to you guys by Tuesday at the latest. So just look out for that, but you can revise it. Also note that to receive credit for the revision, it must be an essay that I have graded. So this doesn't apply to most of you, but if you haven't turned in an essay that I have not graded yet, you cannot just turn it in and pretend it's a revision. I will not give you credit for the final. I'll accept the paper and I'll give you credit for that, but you'll lose the 50 points. So make sure that it's a paper I have commented on. And you can revise something you revised that I've commented on. So keep that in mind. If you didn't like the score that you got for the revised draft you did, you can redo that as well. And also just keep in mind that you have to have gotten a 73% or over for it to be passing. So if it's 72% or under, like 69%, 70%, 71, that is not a passing paper. And I cannot pass you in this class unless you've passed all the essays. It is an English class. So reach out to me if you have questions, but just keep that in mind. If it's a paper that's under 73%, you must revise it, okay? And then the way this will work is if I feel like your revision is adequate, you get full credit for the final. And then I also will change the grade of the paper you revised to reflect, the revision and the work that you did. So, and just also, by the way, you can't get a lower grade for a revision. So let's say you didn't like the 80% you got, but maybe the paper you turned in is worse. I don't think that would ever be the case, but don't worry, I would never lower your grade. That's just not ethical. So, so just know that it's a win-win situation. So when you're doing your revision, again, think of it as a revision. So you want to kind of revisit the paper, use everything you've learned in this class about arguments, about focus, about clarity, about development, right? Try to use less quotations, use more partial paraphrase, add more analysis. Really making that paper strong, thinking about transitions from sentence or from paragraph to paragraph and from sentence to sentence as well. So just everything you've learned, really, culmination. You're also going to submit a 1 to 2 page reflection in which you explain what you've learned through, writing process, the revision process, editing, and what grade you believe you deserve, and tell me why you think you deserve that grade. I will consider it, in my grading of it. So as far as the comments, because I want you to tell me what you've done and why you've changed it. So I'm going to show you really quick. I'm going to demo how you could do that. So first I'm going to show it to you in Word, and then I'll show it to you in Google. So first I'll start with Word. So this is an old paper I did for a class when I was in my undergrad, and I think it was social sciences. Anyway, so it's not in complete MLA format, so ignore that. But I'm just showing you kind of okay, so what you want to do first is go to review, and usually it's off. Make sure you click track changes. And then you would highlight sections and do what I did, just add what you changed and why. So let's say maybe you change this topic sentence. So I'd say changed topic sentence to form a stronger argument, okay? And tell me what you did. Obviously, if you fix the citation, tell me that. Let's say you did an entirely new paragraph. Highlight the whole paragraph and said, added this paragraph in order to further prove my point about blah, 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 whatever it might be, right? So let's say you're someone that redid the entire paper. Totally fine. I still want you to highlight areas that you think are especially good, especially different, like why they're strong, why this paper is better. So just, of course, let me know. And then obviously you're going to save it. You also are going to do a reflection, so that's a separate paper. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do this in Word. It's the exact same process. And in fact, it might even be easier in Google Docs, rather. So you'd highlight an area that you changed, and then you'd say, changed thesis to answer prompt, right? Comment, and so on and so forth. And then you would download as a Microsoft Word doc, okay? You do the same thing for your reflection as well. Okay, now, once you've done both the revision and the reflection, you're going to have to submit 2 separate documents, right? You're going to have your revision, and then you're going to have the reflection. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So you hit submit assignment. I try not to use these because they often will like warp the quality of the paper. So download it onto your device or computer and then upload it. This is how you add more than one. You just click the add file, and then you would choose the thing you want to do. So I'm going to do the revision, and then I'm going to add my reflection. So now I've got the 2 files, and I'm going to hit the agreement because you are going to be using Turnitin because I want to make sure that nothing is plagiarized, obviously, and then submit the assignment there. Okay, so that's how you would do that. And all right. So that's about it. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Next week, we aren't going to have official class. So I know we have a scheduled final from 8:10 to 10:40 Monday and the same time on Friday, but I'm just going to hold open office hours. So if you guys want to meet with me via Zoom, or you want to do a phone call or email or whatever, I've set aside that time for this class. So just know that that's available to you. Obviously, any other day of the week, we can also schedule something. So don't be shy to like reach out to me. I'm here to help you guys. So please feel free to ask me for help. Also, your final exam, so your revision and reflection, as well as your essay 4, are all due on Friday at midnight. Okay, so just make sure you turn it in by then. I really won't take anything after that. I've got like 4 other classes I'm teaching, so just make sure you turn things in on time. You can turn them in early too if you want. And again, let me know if you need help, and good luck. Bye, guys.